Welcome back, everybody. Today I want to talk about the M.X.E.S, like the rabbit, the machine, all of it, whatever. Essentially, though, Help 102 gave us a quick update, and we see this character again. We see that machine again. It just gave me a lot of new questions. I don't know if they're answers necessarily, but they're questions. So first of all, is M.X.E.S sentient? Like the rabbit, not the actual machine, but I don't know, maybe. Was it supernaturally made, like from Remnant or something, the rabbit part of it? Because it seems like very aware. It doesn't just seem like a program that comes directly for you. It like moves around and it looks and it's like it sees. And it has expressions and stuff. So like I'm just curious, is it created from like Remnant or something, or is this just completely an old AI thing that was made somehow in the 70s or 80s? And with that, like who all knows about M.X.E.S? Who made M.X.E.S? Do a lot of people know about this thing? Is this like a company created thing? Was this made by an individual? Was it made for good or for bad originally? Was it originally for the Mimic, or was there something else it was created for? Because one thing I want to bring up is the number pad. The number pad isn't there in Ruin. I just went back and looked. Didn't remember a number pad, but what you do see in Ruin is roughly the area where the number pad might be. There's a bunch of wires plugged in instead, so it's possibly took off the number pad so that they could plug those wires into this area to keep the Mimic out. But that does make me think that this wasn't originally made for the Mimic. But with that, it's just like, why was this creature around in the 80s? Like, we know it's there in Ruin because of the security nodes and whatnot. It's trying to keep Cassie out, but was it made for something else originally? Because if we're seeing it way back when, that really changes this character and like what its actual purpose was originally. Which just leads me to another question. Why does the van race off in a hurry with the M.X.E.S machine in it? And why does the rabbit try to climb out of it? Is that just like them giving us a teaser? Was there more to that? Like, I just want to assume a lot of this was just like an update, little teaser, and there's not too much significance. But there's like one big problem I have with that, and it's that we see the M.X.E.S without the Vanny mask on, which is really weird. I assume it's just this is our little teaser, don't take it too seriously, but what if it is that important? As always, I'm here to overthink everything, so I apologize, but like, was M.X.E.S stolen, or was the driver just in a rush to bring it somewhere because something bad had happened, like maybe the Mimic's first batch of murdering employees or something had happened? Or was whoever put it in this vehicle trying to hide it from somebody else? And with that, it kind of brings me back to the question of, was the M.X.E.S originally good or bad? Or like, was it used for something good or for something bad? Because depending on how you answer that, it kind of changes what questions you need to know or what questions you want to ask next. So if it was stolen, then it's like, I'm guessing someone bad may have taken it, but not necessarily. If the driver was panicked because there was an emergency and they were just rushing it to like the Pizzaplex or somewhere, then that changes things too. But if someone was trying to hide it from somebody else and it wasn't supposed to ever be in that van, then it's like a whole nother can of worms. I just assumed in Ruin that this thing was created to keep the Mimic at bay because the Mimic is from way back in the 70s or 80s or whatever. But it's possible that it originally had a much different purpose. I just don't know yet. So yeah, there's a lot of questions. I don't really have a ton of good answers yet. I might make another video soon, but I feel like they're just kind of teasing the concept of this character. We're not really getting a whole bunch here, but we did get a lot of it in Ruins, so there may be some theories upcoming still. I'm just curious kind of where everyone else is at with the M.X.E.S, because I'm kind of baffled by it. I think it's cool, but it's like, huh. And one last thing with that is, do you think the visual differences of M.X.E.S matter? Like, is that just a cosmetic refresher that, you know how they sometimes change the look of animatronics from game to game? I just wonder if it's something like that, or if I'm overthinking it, or maybe it is important because it looks like, to me, it almost looks more human, like the jaw and the chin and stuff. It just looks different, and I'm not exactly sure how to feel about it. But yeah, so that's all I've got for now. Let me know what you think. Talk to you all later.